Dreamers, for the last 2 years, every single day, I've been investing inside of Apple, buying up shares of their company. I started off buying $20 every single day, and now I bumped it up because I got a little raise at my job to $60 every single day inside of Apple, ticker symbol AAPL. That strategy is called dollar cost averaging. And just from using that strategy alone, I am on my way to having a multiple $1,000,000 account. I'm not just talking about 7 figures. I'm talking about an 8-figure account, multi-millionaire by the time I'm ready to retire, if Apple just stays on the path that it's on right now from using this easy strategy called dollar cost averaging. And I've been doing that every single day for the last 2 years. I set it up, I forget it, and I check on it every now and then. Guys, if you don't know what dollar cost averaging is, that's by far the easiest strategy to invest inside the stock market. Me, I choose every single day, but you want to consistently invest any dollar amount that you agree on inside of a stock, whether the price is high or if the price is low, because over time, I'm not talking about weeks or months, I'm talking about over years, it's going to average out your price, because on some days you're going to be buying the highs and some days you're going to be buying the lows. But if you continue to buy the highs and continue to buy the lows, it's going to average out over time to your portfolio. If you pick a really good stock, a really good ETF, it's really good to do it on ETFs. I chose Apple because I'm a little bit more risky than you guys, but it's going to average out over time. And statistics have shown that if you continue not to try to time the market, you're going to miss out if you're trying to time the market, or you'll never get in or you'll never get out if you try to time the market. Just from consistently investing inside the stock market, statistics have shown that you're going to pretty much profit in the market over time. So I'm going to show you guys my entire portfolio in this video. So go ahead, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and it helps out this channel more than you can even imagine. And think they do got a new feature on YouTube, like share or something like that, or recommend, whatever new button there is, go ahead and click that too. But before we dive into it, guys, right now inside of my Patreon, you can join the Dream Team. I teach you guys how to run the wheel strategy, and I hold Zoom calls every single Sunday. It's only 3 spots remaining. This one, I keep the classes real small so I can have a more one-on-one and answer all the questions in there. And I really teach the real strategy. That's how I make a lot of passive income doing it that way. And you'll also gain access to all of my courses in there, my option courses. And you'll also be a part of the Lucid Dreamer Row, where I have 7 pro day traders in there posting their option trades every single day. So if you guys do want to be a part of the Lucid Dreamer Row or the Dream Team, consider joining the Patreon. I'll go over everything in there every single time I buy and sell the stocks, and you'll be a part of a great community that want to be financially free just like you. I know you guys want to be financially free too, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. Consider joining the Patreon. That link is going to be down in the pinned comment section. So guys, here we are on Apple. They have not had the best year. In fact, year to date, they're down 6.8%. I know you guys are wondering, am I even making money from investing inside of Apple for the last 2 years? In fact, over the last year, they're only up maybe 1%. Depending on the time that you're watching this video. So it's up only 0.79%. But if you guys look over the last 5 years, they're up 80%. So Apple is still Apple. That's like 15%, 16% every single year for the last 5 years. And of course, you go out, Apple is Apple. So that's why I chose Apple to dollar cost averaging, because if you was just bought Apple a long time ago, you are already be a millionaire today. But if we take a look, I have 176 shares of Apple, and I'm up 15.88%, or $5,613. My average cost is $200, and right now Apple's at $232. If we take a look at my statistics right here, my average price since I started dollar cost averaging in, remember I started off with like $20 for like a couple months, and then I bumped it all the way up to $60. So the numbers is going to be a little different. So my average price is $203 since I started. And as you guys can see, I started on August 28th, 2023. Right now, it's August 28th, 2025. So that's 2 years. And so far, I've invested around $30,240 inside of Apple. So yes, even with Apple being down this year or year to date, I am still up 15%. And that's the amazing part of Apple. Let me show you guys exactly why I'm up on Apple. If we come over here on TradingView, let's go to the 1-day chart, and I'll show you guys exactly when I got in on Apple. So let's zoom out just a little bit, and then we're going to go to where I enter. So this is August 2023. So I enter around this price point right here around $175. So of course, if I had 30K to invest inside of Apple back in 2023, yes, it would have been amazing to buy it at $175. I would be way up right now, right? But of course, as you guys can see, let's just imagine that my dollar cost average is this yellow line. And some days I'm overpaying for Apple when it goes up, and some days I'm getting it at a good deal. Some days let's just imagine that from dollar cost averaging that this yellow line is my stock portfolio value, right? Just from dollar cost averaging in on Apple. So some days I'm buying it at a really, really high price and I'm underperforming. And some days I'm buying it at a really, really low price and I'm outperforming Apple because this is my portfolio right here. So on some days, as you guys can see, I love when this line is slowly going up. That means I'm just making money. So even when I'm overpaying for Apple, like right here, I'm overpaying for it, I'm still making money. Out in November 2024, it made a new all-time high of $260. And did I make the most money? No. Did I make money? Of course, because this yellow line is my average. And then when Apple have this big pullback, that's good for me because now I'm outperforming Apple. When Apple was down here at $169, lower than the $175 price point that I got into, look at my portfolio. If I would have just invested $30,000 at $175 and then it pulled all the way back to $169, I would be in the negative. But for me, dollar cost averaging in over time, guys, you can see that I'm outperforming if I would have just bought it one time. But of course, if we put it all the way back to 175 again, I would have bought Apple even more, and I did. So right here, I'm underpaying for Apple. This is my stock portfolio, and then Apple is starting to recover in this upward trend line. And as you guys can see, this is my portfolio again, all the way up to $215 on average. And then this is the price that it's at right now, $232. So my portfolio, if you just look at statistics over time and we go all the way back on Apple, look at this yellow line. If you dollar cost average in on Apple, and your portfolio would be this yellow line right here, all the way back from 2018, 2016, this will be your portfolio. You do not have to try to time the market. You do not have to try to predict the market. All you do is set up a dollar cost average. All you do is pick your favorite ETF or your favorite stock. You set up a dollar cost average and you do it every single day, every first of the week, every first and 15th of the month. Every first of the month, you pick whatever you comfortable picking with and however much you're comfortable investing, and then you consistently invest inside the stock market. That is the advantage of dollar cost averaging. Now, let me show you guys exactly how much you can make from dollar cost averaging in on Apple. So right here, you guys can see that I had how many shares of Apple I had. All right, so if I continue to dollar cost average in on Apple, I have $176 shares of Apple. We're not really about the dividends really, but if we take a look at Apple dividends, they have a growth rate of 5.11%. So let's put that in 5.11, and we're going to invest for the next 30 years, right? By the time I'm ready to retire. And then you guys can see that I invest $60 every single day. And then the stock market is going to be open for 251 days this year. So times 251. So I'm going to invest $15,060. So I'm going to invest $15,060 this year inside of Apple. And then let's look at how much the annual share price is going to go up. So let's take a quick look at the summary. If we take a look at the last 10 years, which I already know is going to be crazy, that's an average of 74% per year on Apple. 74% a year on Apple average on the last 10 years. So that would be dumb if we was to use that because my portfolio would be stupid dumb. So let's look at the last 5 years because the growth is slowing down just a little bit. So over the last 5 years, Apple went up 80%. So that's 80% divided by 5. So Apple's going to go up 16% a year. So let's enter that right here. All right. So once I hit calculate dividends, I'll calculate returns. This is me starting off with 176 shares worth of Apple already. I'm investing $60 every single day for the next 30 years. And this if Apple continue to increase by 16% every single year, like it has done for the last 5 years. We're not even going to look at the last 10 years. That number would be ridiculous. So let's hit calculate returns. Bam. All right, so let's grow. And this is what I mean. I am on the path to having a multi-million-dollar account by the time I'm ready to retire. And this is the power of dollar cost averaging and the compound interest effect. My ending balance would be $11 million, right? So my first year, a year from now, I'll have around a $41,000 account. In the next 4 years, I'll finally hit my 6-figure portfolio inside of Apple. And then let's see, when I was in 11 years, I have $500,000. And then I hit my first $1 million portfolio in Apple in 15 years. And this is when, once you finally hit $1 million, this is when your portfolio takes off. Remember, it took me 15 years to get to $1 million portfolio inside of Apple. Now, it would take me another 5 years, from 15 years to 20. It'll take me another 5 years to make another $1.2 million worth of Apple. And then from year 20 to 22. Now it's only taking me 2 years to make another $1 million worth of Apple. And then from year 22 to 24, another 2 years. And then down here it's taking, and then from year 24 to 26, I'll make another 1.5 million. And then every year after that, I'll make more than $1 million per year from Apple. In fact, the last year from 29 to 30, I'm making over $2 million per year from Apple itself. So that is the power of the compound interest effect, and that is the power of dollar cost averaging. And you do not have to try to time the market at all. Sometimes you're going to be buying the highs, sometimes you're going to be buying the lows, but as long as you consistently invest inside the stock market, consistently pick good quality ETFs and good quality stocks that have a historical rate over the last 20 years of going up every single year. I don't think Apple had too many down years, right? I don't think the S&P 500 had too many down years. They have down years, but they have more up years, positive years, than they had negative years. So as long as they have a track record that your likelihood of having a successful win rate is higher than the loss rate, you guys could go out there and pick some risky stocks if you want to. That's on you. But when dollar cost averaging, you want to pick good, consistent, blue chip, amazing ETF stocks to add to your portfolio to do this on. Don't you go in there and do this on that's on you guys. That's on you guys. You can do it on whatever you want to do. But me personally, I like to pick blue chip stocks and blue chips ETFs to dollar cost average in on. But yeah, dreamers, that's all I got for you today. If you do want to join the Patreon, I'm gonna leave. You can scan this right here. That'll take you to my Patreon. Or you could click the link down in the pinned comment section. That'll take you to my Patreon. Sign up, learn the real strategy, gain access to all my courses, be a part of an amazing community, learn how to trade, learn how to do everything inside there. And my pro traders really post option trades every single day. So if you want to be a part of that community, guys, join that community. But down in the comment section, let me know, do you already dollar cost average? And if you do, what stocks are you dollar cost averaging in on? And if you would like to share, you could say how long you've been doing it and how many shares you accumulated over time. Let me know which ones is your favorite down in the comment section. But other than that, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Other than that, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Show, and I'm out. Peace.